Hi, this is Lawrence here at the Leadbetter Golf Academy in Spain. On the screen here is Lina Sekrekova. Lina first arrived at the Academy in February of this year, so it's been about 8 months, maybe 7 months since she was last back. So just wanted to run through the swing there. When Lina first came, she was playing off about a 19-20 handicap and struggling a lot with consistency with the irons, consistency with the driver, and pretty much just a very, very big kind of draw, lots of hook as well with her woods. So she wanted to have a little bit more accuracy in her swing. So golf IQ at the time, in terms of understanding a golf swing, was very minimal. So throughout the whole process, she was only back in Spain over a period of maybe a week at a time. So she's only been back 3 times in that week. And basically, if we start off the analysis here, we can see that we improved the posture a little bit better. So she stands a little bit prouder with the actual back line, spine line. You can see she's very much tilted over, and that was one of the things that I wanted her to focus a lot more on, is trying to get her into an athletic position. Anytime we see a player that's a little bit too hunched over, if they were to hold their spine angle, as she does here, you can see how the lower body is very much restricted there. So she can't really wind up, and that's where she gets a little bit out of her angles coming up to the top. Obviously we can see the club face very hooded and very shut at the top there, as you can see. Okay, so obviously that's not going to do her any favors in trying to return the club square. And as you can see, as she returns it, we can see very much closed again as she tries to clear her lower body out. And obviously from there, she's backed up off it. Shoulders very, very steep coming through impact there to try and basically defend a closed club face. So if we watch that playing once more, what we're going to expect is the fact that she's so bent over is there's going to be very, very little rotation on the club head, and as you can see there, it's always going to be very shut and very lifted. And then from here, shut club face all the way down through impact, and you can just see coming through pre-impact, look how steep that club is, look how far away that is from the plane line. So that was the the main analysis point that we did. So basically what I've done here is, we've sorted out her grip as well, which we'll see from the face-on view. But as you can see, as we wind up, she gets a little bit under, but then the club face is in a more neutral position there. It gets a little bit behind her, but watch the top of the swing here, and this is what we've really been working hard on, is trying to get that club in a much more neutral position at the top. So you can see the difference there with the closed club face. See, she's used a little bit more forearm rotation, but also because of the posture here, she's able to wind up quite nicely for Lina. Okay, so top of the backswing, fantastic change. Watch the downswing here. She follows it back on plane and then down through to target. She's got her hands a little bit closer to the original plane line, okay, which is fantastic. And if she can continue trying to plane the club a lot more than she has here, then she's obviously going to be more consistent. But look how the lower body works. Right foot definitely off the ground there. Right foot here just a tiny bit off the ground. So feeling a little bit more grounded through the swing, and straight through to a nice follow through. Bearing in mind here, Lina won her age group in the Slovakian juniors, and she's currently playing off 6 now, which is pretty good in such a short space of time. Let's have a look at the face-on, and we can see a couple of the changes that we made from the face-on view, and we'll see that there on the right-hand side. What we did was we actually weakened off her grip, especially her right-hand grip as well, to try and aid a little bit more forearm rotation. And you'll probably see that once we enhance it. That's a lovely looking grip there for Lina, very, very neutral. Look at this one here. I know it's a bit blurry, but you can see it's just a tad too strong for her. Okay. Now as we coil up to the top, what we're going to notice a lot of His hips very, very quiet. It almost looks as though, you know, from there the club's very lifted. There's no real speed to that club at all. And as she coils up to the top, you can almost see that club head at the top there, very, very shut, because the face is pointing all the way up to the sky there. I know it's covered by the branches, but you can just about see it here. And then as we wind through to impact, what we'll see is the lower body really try and open up. Now, the high hands, excuse me, the high hands will cause the Velcro on her glove hand to point up to the sky, or even up towards us. So you can definitely see there trying to hold that face open coming through, and we won't see any release at all there. So very much defended shot there coming through all the way to her follow through. Now we have a look at her backswing here, and what we'll notice, a little bit more compact. I mean, there's great width at the top there. Okay, so she's getting a little bit shorter, a little bit more width at the top. Downswing coming through. Club's perfectly neutral, and you can see the back of the glove there pointing towards the target, indicating that, you know, it's the club face is returning square. So she's not trying to hold the foot joint like she is there and defend the shot coming through. Okay, and then watch the release as she follows it through. A nice extension and a nice release there coming through to a nice full finish as well. I mean, that's a very LPGA Tour finish there for Lina, as opposed to that one there. So, you know, excellent job there, Lina. You know, she's making huge improvements. Every time she comes back, she's got such a great work ethic as well. And I just wanted to finish off really with just a drill that she works on, and this is try and speed, you know, to try and get a little bit more speed to the club head to really improve the coil in her backswing, try and get that club and her left arm to sit that little bit flatter at the top, so it's not as steep as it was before and not as laid off. Okay, so trying to get that there, and then downswing, try and return it back on a good plane coming through to impact. So try and basically just to speed up that club, and that's quite a good drill for her. And, you know, starting the club forwards, coiling it up, she can feel more set in the wrist, more of a complete top of the swing there, which is fantastic for her. And if we have a look at the face on, not sure whether I have it on here, but I'm sure I do. I know she wanted it to come through, so, you know, trying to feel a little bit more complete, and you can see that there. She is getting a little bit more complete, a little bit more wind, so less high with the left arm plane, and then from there she can really start to call it through. So very good, Lina. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Well done.